Recording in progress. I forgot to record. My AI note taker didn't help me there. Okay. So again, Forex Factory already completed. Recording starts now. The DXY is on its way to the last year's low, but also the bullish monthly fair value gap. So yeah, if you over a yearly fair value gap, a yearly fair value gap is one of the biggest PD arrays there is. So there's going to be a draw on like a magnet. And if you look at the past few weeks, all down close candles, we already had the weekly internal to external. And like last week, DXY, oof, was not very pretty, but you know where price wants to draw. And if you have your higher time draw on liquidity, this wick should be protected. This candle, why it takes out swing highs into the order block. So should be good. I think I have a strong bias to downside for DXY, so I'm going to hunt for longs for the USD crosses. I'm going to hunt for longs for the indices in general. Remember, we also had rate cuts. And rate cuts, guys. Last week got rate cuts, 50 basis points. But rate cuts is not a one-time event. Rate cuts is happening every 2 months. So I guess my prediction is for the coming months, like I think until at least the summer of 2025, we will see every FOMC meeting be all rate cuts, but no rate hikes anymore. So or rate cut or stay the same. But so that means DXY will go lower and lower and lower. So for your swings and also your higher time frame bias, I would definitely recommend putting in the bearish DXY. Then I was looking at JPY, and that's why there are more JPY crosses on the list today. We had that weekly bullish fair value gap. We are now in a weekly bearish fair value gap on JPY, but my eyes were going to the displacement from Friday's candle. So what I'm going to anticipate for this week, like my eyes are going towards this potential daily busy. If that's respected tomorrow and of course Wednesday, we can see higher JPY. That means lower JPY crosses. So that's on my schedule. We're going to go over the JPY pairs in a second. And let's go over the... Oh, nice. Let's go over the indices. So last week, as predicted, we delivered on the draw on liquidity. That is the daily bearish fair value gap. And of course, also a weekly bearish fair value gap. The one here. So that means for now, price has reason to retrace a little bit. I think we can go to all-time high. Yes, it's already at all-time high. That should be accounted. But rate cuts is bigger stock market in a month from now, or I think 6 weeks from now, we have the US elections. Ooh, I think the Biden administration does want a strong stock market before the elections, because then they can say, hey, we are doing such a great job with the economy. So my bias for higher indices is still on the cards. I had this marked out for today. Lower price until the 4-hour WYSI. I want to see if we respect this. We can maybe do a little turtle soup. It means taking out the swing low and then just closing higher before they're just going up again. Like a small retracement before going up again. That's my bias. And again, we are we're not even on the first day of the month. We're the last day of September. Tomorrow, first day of the month, and NFP. Guys, this month or this week is not the highest probability. So just let it play out. Wait, sit on your hands. So what I have in my head is this. That means I'm gonna just wait. I'm not going to short. Unless a nice 10 AM game in a few hours from now. Of course. We can play a little short, but that will be a scalp. But the majority of the trades are going to be focused on longs. So there's a new monthly candle starting tomorrow. We have NFP coming up. Price could just chill around for the time being. Question, Alexandra. You go from the 4-hour to the 1 minute, but is it supposed to be from the 4-hour to the 15-minute entry? You can do both. Time frame alignment goes all the way down from 4-hour, 15-minute at 1 minute. You can have a 4-hour level PD array, 15-minute market maker, buy or sell model, and 1 minute entry. If you're not profitable yet, I would definitely stay away from the 1 minute. So just do 4-hour level, 15-minute entries. So yeah. So higher indices. And ES is very interesting because ES is already at all-time high. ES was like, I'm good. I'm going back already. So of course there is currently an SMT at the all-time highs. But unless we see like big down close candles, I think we're just gonna play catch up instead of an SMT to the downside. For the few people, and I know who are watching this for the German 40, for the DAX, back at all-time high last week, multiple times. If you are in price discovery, and this is for ES as well. If you watch this for ES is back at all-time high, price discovery. If you are at price discovery, you don't know where to short from. There are no premium arrays to go short from. That means don't short. Just don't wait for retracement to long again back to all-time high. Because if you're short, there's a reason price is all-time high. That means very bearish or very bullish order flow. And why would you want to short bullish order flow? Let's say, just wait for price to come back into this daily bullish value gap to long again. That's what I would do. And if you don't believe me, I done it all, guys. I have shorted from all-time high so many times. I have a tradition. When Nasdaq comes back to all-time high, I am shorting all-time high, but that's just more of a meme and not a profitable trade strategy. So don't do that. Just wait for the retracement to long again. We have a bearish bias on the DXY. That means we have a bullish bias on the USD crosses. Well, if you look at the weekly, a few weeks ago, we traded into this weekly bullish value gap and the daily bullish order block. Well, it's ignoring this down close candle. That means we are going to use this as an order block to go higher. So I have bullish bias, but also like here. It's such a nice price action. Here, daily bullish value gap, but look at what the bodies are doing. They're respecting the daily bullish value gap. And what are these down close candles? It's a daily order block, bullish order block. So order flow is bullish. I would aim for longs. What's the target for longs? The July high. Weird, right? And we are targeting for DXY. We're targeting July 23 lows. Could be correlated. So use this wisely. Don't be too aggressive in shorts. Aim your majority of your trades to longs. Some value gaps coming up. Oh, this could already be nice. Interesting price action here. Maybe we're gonna look at this for a New York session as well. GU, same. Low-hanging fruit target is this weekly bearish for value gap. I think we can take out the filler swings here as well. Go to this weekly bearish for value gap. AUD-USD higher. NC-USD higher. And that is not a complicated bias, guys. Lower DXY, higher USD crosses. Then Euro NCD. I haven't traded Euro or the NCD pairs in general for a long time, but I liked what I saw based here. We let filler swings here on Euro NCD. We took liquidity here, little purge here, displays lower, leaving a value gap. Price respected for value gap, now displays lower again. So I'm actually anticipating for this week and maybe the next week to go for lower prices here also on the daily. Value gap 1 displaced again. Value gap 2. So I like the like the structure here. You see discount range failing, and this is all like low resisted liquidity. So I'll be targeting the June low for your NCD. I'll go over the questions at the end. I see them in the chat. I'll go over them at the end. So I would say Euro NCD shorts, GP NCD is stronger. So that doesn't look too nice for shorts yet. But of course, you can use them for SMT purposes. So I'm gonna aim my focus on a potential Euro NCD short. If it doesn't come, it doesn't come. It just goes higher. Who cares? But I think this is for a long time. Like this high resisted liquidity. So I like how we just traded down from that. And there's a clear drawn liquidity on the downside. So let's see. Then on Euro AUD, we disrespected this weekly busy. So that means we probably want to see lower prices. And it's similar price action to what I showed you here on Euro NCD. Like the liquidity sweep on the upside, displays but lower. Euro NCD has the same. Like we took liquidity here, displays but lower. And now we have lows as targets. So also Euro AUD, I'll be looking for shorts. But if you go back at the calendar, there we go. We don't have any AOD news. And also we don't have any NCD news. And what I like in my trading is that the red folders are like a catalyst or for the little manipulation move that triggers my entry, or that the distribution is there to go to my drawn liquidity. So yes, we have a nice bias for Euro NCD and Euro AOD, but there's no news this week to cover that idea. So if you notice, okay, delivery is just not there, there's no liquidity, or there's just very slow, boring price action, just wait for next week. But I want to give you a bias, that's of course for the weekly outlook. So for now, the DXY lower, JPY higher, AQ higher, ES higher, DEX wait for retracement to go higher, your USD higher, 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 lower, lower, lower. This feels like a children's game. And now we arrived at the JPY pairs. And remember, I want for JPY, I'm looking at this daily bullish value gap to be respected tomorrow, because today, of course, the value gap is created to then trade higher to this high, this high. And that is because we already took liquidity here. So I'm curious if we are going to follow through. That means lower JPY pairs. And if you have a lower bias for the JPY crosses, so you're hunting for shorts on JPY crosses, you want to have a cross pair that you also have a bearish bias on. And remember, I mentioned on DXY, I want DXY to go lower. It means USD-JPY is not my favorite. So when this idea follows through, so we're already at it for value gap 1. And now I'm going to look for this idea to play out for this week. That will be something I'm looking for. And it's only, of course, if JPY wants to follow through to the upside. Euro JPY. Same bias. Let me show you Euro GBP in a second. If you compare Euro to GBP, Euro is so weak. So that means if you want to hunt for shorts and you have the chance, or you have the choice to go to a Euro XXX or a GBP XXX, Euro US dollar or Euro JPY, choose Euro for shorts, choose GBP for longs. So in this case, Euro JPY, shorts. GBP JPY looks the same, but remember, Euro is weaker. So make it yourself easier and just go for shorts if the chance arises. Because don't forget, on JPY, we still have this small weekly SIBI we're priced in right now. So if you see it disrespected, you know you're good. You know you're good to the upside. So there's not going to be a trade for today. It's going to be for later this week. CAD JPY also looks very interesting. It's all because of Friday's candle. For value gap created to the downside. So it could be nice. Then gold. I saw already in the chat someone asking about gold. So many people are trading gold. That's very interesting. Well, we had that consolidation when we knew price would go up. Price comes back here in the value gap, goes up again in the value gap. Did price come back to this kind of range? It didn't, a little bit. So for gold, it's again in price discovery. The rules I'm giving you for price discovery are going to be very easy. You don't know where to short from. So wait for retracements into bullish value gaps. I can spot 2 here. And then in those, so we're here already in one, then look for lower time frame long opportunities. And long opportunities are very obvious, guys. Long opportunities, most of the time, look like this. It's just chilling, and you see that massive up candle. That's a break of structure or change in state delivery, whatever you want to call it. This is what you should hunt for on the lower time frames. If you don't see this, it's probably not a nice trade. And gold does its own thing. I know I have seen gold on lower time frames. So to show you what I mean is what you want, like this is the first value gap on the daily. This is the second one. This is nice, right? You want to see failure swings being created here. They do. So now it's just, if you want to go long, it's just waiting for price to make that huge up candle. Mark structure shift. And until that, that's sitting on your hands. So that's for, so I would say it's similar to my bias on the DEX. Wait for the retracement, wait for the confirmation on the lower time frame that price wants to go higher again. And if you really want to be precise, if you're on the daily, you wait for an hourly mark structure shift. That's not here yet. That's not here yet. Of course, there are some nice discount arrays here where price could trade higher from. If you want to be more aggressive, go to lower time frame and look for the similar structure. But I'm not here to go to the lower time frame. I'm here to give you your higher time frame bias so you can navigate that yourself during the week. So yeah, gold retracement to go higher again. I wouldn't recommend shorting it unless you're an intraday trader and you know your levels, few points, of course. You can short a few points, but for most traders, I would recommend just going or wait for longs. And it's NFP week. It's NFP week. No rush. No rush. Then Bitcoin. Ooh. Ooh. To my prodigies in the inner circle, they got a whole crypto blueprint because I know we're going back to all-time high very, very soon. And then the whole crypto mania starts again where everybody's just drunk in profits from crypto. I would say look at the weekly busy, which was like that stood out to me, especially when you see this down close candle. I think that could be a nice one. So it's like the 62-ish area. I don't day trade crypto, also not Bitcoin, but I know I got some requests from people who do. So that's why I added this to the mix. So Bitcoin, internal to external, all failure swings here at the top. It's gonna be pretty. Then a new person on the block, oil. Oh, and I never trade oil, but it looks pretty nice this week. I was like, whoa. So we are just in a sell model, and last week we took previous week's high, we failed to close over it, and now we're trading lower with clear jumps on liquidity. That's the September low and the May 23 low. And then I look at the 4-hour. This looks to me like a market maker sell model. So I never trade oil, but I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. I think this is gonna be my second trade on oil ever. But it looks nice. It looks nice. So yeah, that's it for the outlook that I have for you guys. Now I'll go over the chat. Alexander, did I answer your question about the 4-hour to 15 to 1 minute? My view on gold, Ravi, is first lower then higher. What about the Nasdaq? Wait for NFP first. Ulfric asks. You don't need to wait for NFP, but know that the biggest volume, the biggest candles are going to be printed after NFP, or of course during NFP. But that's your gamble basically. What I recommend for people who are still struggling or losing a lot, first days of the month, just like a Monday on Monday on intraday week, first week of the month on a monthly level is just not very nice. And it's all to do with your AMD, accumulation, manipulation, distribution. And because you are probably in the accumulation phase of the monthly candle right now, because tomorrow October starts, NFP still needs to happen. I think this is going to be a lower probability week. I am going to trade it, but it's all about expectations. You know, second and third week of the month are going to be amazing, because then you already can see, okay, we are about to start distribution. There's a clear drawn liquidity on the higher time frame, and then you can just push your lower time frame entries towards that direction. That's the reason why, like for example, I can show you a few trades I took. Like here, like I knew the drawn liquidity was here, so there were just longs. 1, 2, 3 longs. One manipulation. Can you guys hear me right now? All right. Now, I think the mic is now worse because it's on. Yeah, for some reason, like I have my mic. It's not a battery because it's plugged in, but sometimes it just stops working. When I record videos, it's the same. Sometimes it just cuts out the audio. I need to record it all again. What was I saying? Like, where did I cut off? I'm gonna hold it. Like, I'm gonna pretend that I'm still doing it, but it's the AirPods still doing it right now. Ooh, I think I was cut off for a long time. Okay, I'm gonna do my little rant again. Did you guys hear about my why I took the Nasdaq longs? Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So what I was saying is if you know your higher time frame bias, what I'm giving you right now in your weekly outlooks, your lower time frame trades are way easier to navigate. And that example I want to give is last week you knew, or you could very easily see that we want to go to that daily bearish fair value gap, the yellow box right here. So that means the majority of your trades should be framed to the upside. And I did it here, like 1, 2, 3. I think this trade was cool as well. I was traveling while this trade was here. Little manipulation short, but that's not random. Of course, it's lower time frame TA gives you already hints, but you know where price wants to go. And just like today, and we're going to talk about it in an hour when we're going to do live trading. We are now in a 4-hour busy. I'm not going to give you like lower time frame entry right now, but like we're now at a 4-hour busy. I'm honestly interested in a possible move to the upside from there. Maybe during the 10 a.m. the 10 a.m. game, we're going to create a swing low here. And it's mainly because my higher time frame bias, even while we are still, even if we, of course, trading at higher time frame, I think all-time high is still on the cards based on rate cuts and also the election season that's coming up in the US. So make sure you use the higher time frame always in your trading. And you see it here a little bit. If you are not trading from a higher time frame array, you are gambling. That's something I need to print in my head. When I was starting out, when I was not profitable yet, I need to have it in my head. Because the lower time frame can look so nice while all the stars align, but if your higher time frame trader D is just completely opposite, it's just low probability by default. Okay. Can I rewatch this? Yes, you can rewatch it. I will. I'm recording this, so I think I'm gonna upload it to YouTube, and then post as both a link in the school group, also on YouTube. That will be, I think, later today. Are there any questions? And in the meantime, while people maybe have some questions, the new Market Masters course is live. So when I was with Alex Ramosi in Vegas, I showed him the group, and I was like, hey, I want to help as many traders to become profitable as possible. This was my classroom. I showed him the old classroom with all the stuff in there. I said, what do you think? And what he said was very, very funny. He was like, bro, is this too much? This too much. If a new person comes to your group and that person sees this, they have no clue what to look at. Make it simpler. Have one course that provides the most value you can give. That's it. So that's why I created the Market Masters course. So all the different modules are gone. It's all packed here in a new Market Mastery course. Make sure you watch this video and commit to your success. I want to give every single one of you a certificate, and it's a certificate of commitment. 95% of traders, of people watching a course, don't finish it. I can see the stats also on the YouTube channel. Like, it's horrible. It's a few hours. I think 2 or 3 hours, the course. Watch it, study it, put in the work. In the meantime, commit to your training success. I'll give you a certificate. Will be very, very nice. And finally, the mission is so clear. So clear. Like, the inner circle is already like way ahead of most traders, and they're on a very, very cool path. I'm on a mission to help 10,000 traders become profitable before 2026. And this is the start. The Market Mastery course is also my gift to you. And for most traders, for the most serious traders, I must say, who are ready to accelerate their trading, is where I, of course, created the DT Inner Circle, where there, I think, are now 20 or 25-ish people in it. The spots are very limited. And what I'm going to do is, of course, 8 calls a week. I think most of you guys know this already. 8 calls a week, full video course, secrets on getting funded. You get an accountability partner. Actually, 2 of the Inner Circle members actually met up in London last week. Very cool. And so much more. If you are interested in my help, my mentorship, I am expanding my team as well. So what I'm offering is, I call it trader development calls. The link of that is, I can send the link right here as well. Hold on. Those are calls where me and my team are going over where you are right now with your trading, where you want to go with your trading, and how I can maybe support in that journey to go to that goals as quick as possible. Let me share you this link in the chat right now. And that same link is also going to be in the Market Mastery course under every video. Let me go in the chat right now. So the it's a form, fill it out, see if you qualify for a trade development call. If not, also good. But I want to help more people, and Market Mastery course is already gonna be amazing. Gonna be amazing value out of it. And if you're ready to take the next step, hit me up. If any questions, let me know in DMs. And yeah, that's it for this weekly outro, guys. Let me see the chat. I love the certificate. Thank you, Alexandra. Appreciate it. It makes it very tangible. Yeah, and if you have the certificate, share it on your social, share it on Twitter, share it everywhere. Like, I want to change the trading industry with not only like it's the trading industry is so full of fake people or people who cannot actually trade. I hope to be like a fresh little wind in the trading industry, and you guys are all part of it. So very excited about that. On 8 a.m. or no, 9 a.m. EST, that's in 55 minutes from now, we're going to do another live trading session. It's probably going to be also on Zoom. I'll let you know in the school group and in the Telegram. Any final questions before we finish up the stream? If you like the stream, don't forget to do a little W in the chat. If you liked the stream. And I will, in the meantime, gonna try to fix my mic for the next stream, because if the mic just falls off in the middle of the stream, that is not very nice. I see the W's. All right, cool, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you had some value out of the weekly outlook. And see you guys later. Bye-bye.